What's up, visual fam? Welcome back for another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at another really cool product from Creative Soundblaster, the X3. This thing is an external USB DAC and amp sound card, kind of like the A5 we reviewed before, and this thing has some really cool features that I think a lot of you will really be into. So let's go ahead and roll our intro and get right into unboxing this sucker. Let's go. Are you tired of installing Windows 10 on your PC and seeing this? Only to figure out that you have to pay this to get rid of it? Well, our sponsor URCD-Key has you covered. URCD-Key has tons of discounted keys for games and software for PC and consoles. They even bundle your favorite OS with software like this bundle for Windows 10 Pro with Office 2016 Pro Plus at a fraction of the price it would cost you at a retail store. And if that isn't enough, you can also use my promo code RAV20 to receive an additional 20% off your purchase, bringing the price of Windows 10 Pro OEM from $15 to just $12. Activating their codes is as easy as installing Windows 10, heading to the activation page in settings, entering your code, and bam, you have an activated Windows 10 license. I use their keys on my own builds and I cannot recommend them enough. Check the links in the video description to learn more. Alright, so getting right into the box, they keep it very simple and show you the goods right away. So you can see the X3 itself wrapped in the good old plastic wrap that you get to peel off to reveal the black plastic, smooth textured finish. The X3 itself takes up a very small footprint, only being 129mm by 129mm and only weighs 330 grams. If we take a closer look at the X3, you'll see a wide array of connectivity, including 3 buttons on the front that include audio, mode, and SXFI. But these buttons do a lot more than meets the eye, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. On the front, you have a 3.5mm mic input and a 3.5mm headphone input. On the bottom, you have 4 rubber feet that help keep the X3 in place on top of the surface you place it on, and around back, you have a ton of connectivity as well. Starting from the left, you have your front, side, rear, and subwoofer outs for your surround sound setup if you use that. You have a line in, an optical out, and a USB-C port to power the amp DAC combo. All that's left in the box is your instruction manuals and the USB to USB-C cable you need to connect it to your PC or console. Now let's go through a few quick tech specs. As stated before, the X3 features Soundblaster's Super XFI technology, and this technology is supposed to kind of capture the listening experience of like a high-end multi-speaker system setup and recreate the same expansive experience around your head. Along with this, it features virtual 7.1 surround sound, of course, and discrete 7.1 surround sound, and Dolby Digital audio capability with the SPDIF out. The X3 has an onboard DAC that has a dynamic range of 115 decibels and an amp that can power studio headphones up to 600 ohms. Now you can adjust the gain on this in the software, and for me, using the Soundblaster H6 headphones, I find using my normal gain and setting my sampling rate to 32-bit 48 kilohertz sounds really great and is kind of a sweet spot for that headset specifically. Speaking of that, with the X3, you can select sample rates all the way up to 32-bit 192 kilohertz. Now that we know some tech specs and we have everything unboxed, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and plug in the X3 to our chosen device and download the SXFI app to our mobile device. You actually use this app to take a sort of photo of both of your ears and your face so it can create a custom tailored EQ for your head and ear shape. Once that is done, you need to download the Soundblaster command software either on your desktop or mobile device if you're on a console. And after the download is finished, you need to open up the software and log into your SXFI account that you created in the app, and it will automatically apply the SXFI EQ map to the command software that you can toggle on or off or even tweak it to your liking. On the other hand, if you totally hate the way it sounds, you can just choose one of the many other EQs that are within the command software as well. Holy crap, that was a ton of hoops to jump through, right? Despite all the effort though, the software is very intuitive and feature-packed, so I can kind of forgive Soundblaster for making me download a ton of things because they back it up with their quality at least. Let's talk about the Super X5 feature of the X3 really quick. What do I think it's good for and what do I think it's not so good for? High definition music, No, it's honestly better with an EQ, I feel like, because the SX5 seems to take you away from like the studio mix that the musician wanted you to experience, and certain elements of the mix get lost within the software trying to pump up certain frequencies, I feel like. For FPS games like CSGO or COD, nope. It makes faraway noises way too loud, similar to the scout mode we showed in our other video, and you can get a false sense of where people are, and I just stick with the built-in EQs for these games, or even tweak your own if you have one that you can make. For playing open world and adventure games or more cinematic titles, absolutely yes. Again, this is basically supposed to give you the big soundstage feeling that makes you feel like in more of a movie style part of the game, and it pops very, very well in your ears. For watching movies or like music concerts, absolutely yes again. It gives you that like you're right there in the content feeling and gives you a very good surround sound feel in your headphones, just like it's intended to. And just so you know, you can also tweak your EQ in Super X5 mode, and if you use the app to create your own EQ for your head like we did in the beginning of the video, this would be a great place to start, and go ahead and use their software to tweak it however you want it. A very handy feature of the X3 is the volume control knob that allows you to toggle your audio control between the SPDIF interface and speaker sources simply by turning the knob left or right, and vice versa. On the volume control knob, blue indicates the playback volume and red indicates the mic volume. If you press the audio balance button, green, cyan, and orange indicate the audio balance mix between your gaming and mic volume, and voice audio of your teammates in Discord possibly, so you can hear them better or turn them down if you'd like. The mode button has 3 EQ modes that you can cycle through, with white being music, purple being movies, and blue is the footsteps enhancer mode. Now, if you want to enable EQ for Super X5, you can toggle it to green. And lastly, if you want direct mode, you basically press and hold till the button turns orange. And you also have the Super X5 button that toggles green for on and orange for off. Like we discussed before, the X3 has a 3.5mm headphone and microphone jack on the front, and then you can plug in your own mic into it. And I have an older clip mic right here that I bought forever ago from Zalman. So I'm gonna test this with this real quick and basically take this audio for what you will, but I just wanted to show you that it works. All right, guys, so this is a test with the old mic that I have right here. Honestly, it's the only one I could find that was just like a regular like 3.5mm line mic that attaches to the cable of your headphones here. I used to use this. I think it was like the first mic I ever bought. So here you go. This is what this sounds like. I actually had to turn the volume level in Windows up to like 95 because it's a little bit quiet. So hopefully I can boost it a little bit and let you guys kind of hear what it sounds like. But again, take it with a grain of salt, but this is kind of what it sounds like when you plug something right into the 3.5mm input for the microphone, and you can do something like this. So there you go. Another cool thing you can also do is that if your headset is connected to the 3.5mm port in the front, like my Soundblaster H6 is back there, the X3 will also be able to pick up the detachable mic on those headphones. So here's what that sounds like. All right, guys, so here I am with the Soundblaster H6 headphones right here, just talking right into the mic that is included with this thing, and it's just basically connected from the 3.5mm wire right here right into the X3, just the headphone port, and you can still hear the microphone, which is pretty cool. So if you have a headset like this that has an included mic, it should work if you connect it through the 3.5mm port. And just so you guys know, you can use the command software to tweak the recording parameters, just like I showed in my review of the H6 headphones, and I'll link that video up here for you guys. Now, if you guys are using the X3 on a console, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. So since I play on a Nintendo Switch, the X3 would be a perfect little portable solution to take out in the living room and plug into my docking station via the USB on the back. Now, you might be wondering how you control your EQs or even tweak your settings while on console, and it's as easy as downloading the Soundblaster mobile app, connecting to the X3, and that's it. You can tweak whatever you want from your phone. Keep in mind, the app also works with all other devices as well, so you don't have to be using a console to take advantage of it. Alright, so we can clearly see that this little device is packed with features for the $120 price tag. Now, what do I personally use it for and find most helpful? Well, I find it to be very helpful for its balance feature for audio we talked about earlier. It comes in very handy when I'm streaming, and it allows me to set up a second audio channel in Discord with the SPDIF channel of the X3, and I can toggle the audio balance on the fly while streaming to turn my team comms up or down without having to leave my game or click into my OBS studio window, which is very distracting, to adjust my audio levels. It's something I really didn't expect to use, but I find myself using it more and more while testing this product, and now after I've tested it for quite a while actually. Now for the conclusion to this review. I think that for $120 you are getting a very capable product that gets you in the door to higher quality audio without having to go down the rabbit hole of research into different amp and DAC combos and having to find the perfect headset that pairs with those. With the X3 you can just plug this thing right into the machine of your choice, connect a solid headset, and you're off to the races. Very worth it indeed if you ask me. So what do you all think? Would you be interested in something like this to enhance your game? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're down there, if you liked this video and found it helpful to you, please drop me a like so I know that I helped you out. I always enjoy seeing that. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on all my content, consider getting subscribed and turning those notifications on so you'll always know when a new video or stream will be going live. That is if YouTube gets their crap together and decides to notify you guys. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me, everyone. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Later.